Men over 50, let me ask you something. What if I told you there is a hidden spot on your body that most men never even think about, yet when treated the right way, it can send a rush of fresh blood to your most intimate areas, restore sensitivity, and help you wake up in the morning with a kind of firmness you thought was long gone? It's not on the shaft. It's not a muscle you can exercise at the gym. And it's not something you'll hear about in a commercial. But in my 8+ years as a urologist, I've seen this simple nightly ritual, done with nothing more than a teaspoon of castor oil, restore confidence, intimacy, and performance in ways that still surprise my patients. Today, I'm going to reveal exactly where this spot is, why it's so powerful, and how you can start using it tonight, without pills, without risky procedures, and without complicated gadgets. By the end of this video, you'll understand why castor oil, a natural remedy that's been trusted for centuries, can be such a powerful ally for blood flow, nerve sensitivity, and even hormonal balance. And I'll walk you step by step through how to apply it, how often to use it, and what kinds of changes you can expect over the coming weeks. So stay with me because the details matter, and this one simple practice could change the way you feel every morning. For those of you who are new here, my name is Dr. Lila Romano. I'm a board-certified urologist, and for over 8 years, I've been working closely with men in their 50s, 60s, and beyond. Men who come to me feeling frustrated, embarrassed, and sometimes even hopeless about their performance. Let me start by saying this clearly. If you've noticed changes in your erections as you've gotten older, you are not alone, and you are not broken. What you're experiencing is a natural shift in your body, one that every man eventually faces. But natural doesn't mean irreversible. With the right support, your body can still respond, adapt, and thrive. Here's why things change. As we age, the blood vessels that carry oxygen-rich blood to the penis gradually lose their flexibility. Imagine a garden hose that has been left out in the sun for too many years. It still works, but the walls are stiffer and water doesn't flow as easily as it used to. That's what's happening inside your arteries. Less flexibility means weaker circulation, and weaker circulation means weaker erections. At the same time, the nerve endings in the pelvic region, the tiny messengers that carry pleasure signals between the brain and the body, begin to lose some of their sensitivity. It's a bit like the difference between listening to music on a brand new speaker versus one that's been used for decades. The sound is still there, but it's not as sharp, not as crisp. Then we have hormones, especially testosterone. Starting in your 40s and 50s, testosterone levels naturally begin to decline year after year. This doesn't just affect desire, it also plays a role in muscle strength, energy, and even the firmness of erections. And finally, there's the pelvic floor. This is the group of muscles at the base of your body that act like a natural clamp, trapping blood in the penis once it arrives. When those muscles weaken, which often happens after decades of sitting, lack of exercise, or simply aging, blood can escape too quickly, making it harder to stay firm. Put all of these changes together, and it's no wonder so many men over 50 find themselves waking up less often with morning erections, or noticing that intimacy doesn't feel the same as it used to. But here's the good news. Every single one of these changes can be supported, improved, and in many cases, reversed without needing to rely on a lifetime of pills or expensive treatments. Now, let's talk about the simple natural ally at the center of today's routine, castor oil. Some of you may already have a bottle of it tucked away in your bathroom cabinet, maybe used by your parents or grandparents for aches, pains, or even digestive issues. But what you may not know is that castor oil has been used for thousands of years in medicine, in ancient Egypt, in Ayurveda, and in traditional healing across the world, because of its incredible ability to penetrate deeply into the body's tissues and reduce inflammation. The reason it's so unique comes down to a compound inside called ricinoleic acid. Unlike many other oils, ricinoleic acid doesn't just sit on the surface of the skin. It has the remarkable ability to sink through layers of tissue, improving blood flow, softening tight muscles, calming inflammation, and even stimulating the nerves in the area. Think of it this way: most oils are like rainwater falling on the roof. They just sit on top. Castor oil, on the other hand, is like warm sunlight. It penetrates, it seeps, and it changes what's underneath. That's why natural practitioners have used castor oil packs for centuries to heal sore joints, improve digestion, and relax tense muscles. So, how does this connect to erections? Well, every single factor I just explained earlier, blood flow, nerve sensitivity, hormone support, pelvic floor tension, is influenced by circulation and inflammation. If blood vessels are stiff, if nerves are dulled, if pelvic muscles are tight and under strain, erections will always be weaker. Castor oil addresses all of those at once. When massaged into the right spot, it can increase circulation by dilating blood vessels, allowing more oxygen-rich blood to flow into the area. Reduce inflammation in the tissues around the pelvic floor, making muscles more flexible and responsive. Stimulate nerve endings, reawakening sensitivity that may have dulled with age. Support hormone balance by improving overall blood flow to the glands and organs in the pelvic region. In other words, castor oil doesn't just sit there. It works like a gentle but powerful messenger, reminding the body how to function the way it once did. And here's something many men find surprising. When used consistently, this oil doesn't only improve erections. Many patients I've worked with have noticed better bladder control, reduced pelvic tension, and even relief from lower back stiffness, because the same nerves and muscles involved in sexual function also support the bladder and spine. It's all connected. So while castor oil may sound like a simple household remedy, the way it interacts with your circulation, nerves, and muscles makes it a surprisingly powerful tool for restoring performance, especially when applied to the right place. Now, here's the part that most men never hear about. There's a very specific spot on your body that, when treated the right way, can act almost like a master switch for your erections. It's not on the shaft, it's not something you'll find in the gym, and it's definitely not something most men ever think to pay attention to. This area is called the perineum, the soft patch of skin between the scrotum and the anus. At first glance, it doesn't look like much. But underneath that skin lies an entire network of muscles, blood vessels, and nerves that directly control how firm, how sensitive, and how long-lasting your erections can be. Let me break it down. Right beneath the perineum is a muscle called the bulbospongiosus muscle. Think of this muscle like a natural clamp. Its job is to trap blood inside the penis once it flows in. If that muscle is strong and responsive, erections stay firm. But if it weakens with age, blood leaks out too quickly and firmness fades. Alongside that muscle run branches of the pudendal nerve, one of the most important nerves for male sexual function. This nerve is like the communication cable between your brain and your most sensitive areas. When it's activated and healthy, signals travel quickly and sensations feel sharp. When it becomes sluggish, response time slows down and pleasure feels muted. And then there are the arteries, small but vital blood vessels that supply oxygen-rich blood to the penis and pelvic muscles. If these vessels are stiff or clogged, circulation is weak. But when they're stimulated, relaxed, and open, blood flows freely where it needs to go. So you see, the perineum may look like a simple patch of skin, but it's really the control hub for your erections. Treat it well, and the results can ripple through your entire sexual system. Now, here's how to actually do it. Step 1. Prepare the area. Make sure the skin between your scrotum and anus is clean and dry. This is a sensitive area, so a quick wash with warm water beforehand can be helpful. Step 2. Warm the oil. Pour about a teaspoon of cold-pressed castor oil into a spoon or into the palm of your hand. Warm it slightly by rubbing it between your hands. The warmth isn't just for comfort. Warm oil penetrates more deeply and helps relax the tissues. Step 3. Apply and massage. Using your fingertips, gently massage the oil into the perineum. Use slow, circular motions with light but steady pressure. You don't need to press hard, just enough to feel the underlying muscle. Spend about 2 to 3 minutes here, allowing the oil to soak in as you continue massaging. Step 4. Add heat, optional but powerful. After massaging, place a warm towel or compress over the area for about 10 to 15 minutes. The gentle heat will drive the oil even deeper into the tissues, improve blood flow, and enhance the soothing effect. Many men find this step especially relaxing. Step 5. Timing. The best time to do this is right before bed. Why? Because while you sleep, your body enters its natural repair mode. Applying castor oil at night allows it to work quietly in the background, giving your body hours to restore circulation and reawaken sensitivity. This is not about force, and it's not about speed. Think of it as giving your body a quiet reminder of how to function the way it once did. It's a simple ritual, but when done consistently, it can be remarkably powerful. Now, let's talk about what you can realistically expect once you begin this routine. Remember, every man's body is unique, and results can vary, but there are some very common changes that many men begin to notice. In the first few days, the most common report is a gentle warmth in the pelvic region after the massage. Some men describe it as a tingling sensation, others as a deep relaxation in an area that often feels tense or tight. This is simply the castor oil increasing circulation and calming inflammation. You may also notice you feel more relaxed overall when you go to sleep, because massaging the perineum can also release built-up stress in the pelvic floor muscles. After 1 to 2 weeks, many men start waking up with more frequent and firmer morning erections. They may not be as strong as they once were, but they're often noticeably fuller, more consistent, and more dependable. Sensitivity often begins to return as well. The signals traveling through the pudendal nerve become sharper, and the body begins to remember what responsiveness used to feel like. By the 3rd to 4th week, with nightly consistency, the changes can become more pronounced. Erections may last longer, firmness may improve significantly, and the frustration of fading too quickly during intimacy often begins to ease. Some men describe it as a reawakening, like flipping a switch that had been turned off for years. And here's something many men don't expect. Improvements often go beyond just erections. Because the perineum is closely linked to the pelvic floor and the bladder, some men notice better bladder control, less urgency when they urinate, or reduced nighttime trips to the bathroom. Others report relief from lower back tension or a general sense of lightness in the pelvic region. This is because when blood flow and nerve activity improve in one part of the pelvis, the benefits ripple outward. Of course, not everyone sees dramatic changes right away. Some men need more time, especially if circulation has been sluggish for many years. But here's what I always remind my patients: progress, even if slow, is still progress. Every night you give your body this gentle reminder, you're retraining it to respond more naturally. And the most encouraging part? The results are not just physical. When erections begin to improve, confidence often returns as well. Men tell me they feel more youthful, more connected to their partners, and less anxious about intimacy. That emotional boost, the feeling of being yourself again, can be just as life-changing as the physical benefits. Now, before you go, I want to share something very important. Castor oil massage on the perineum can be powerful on its own, but when you combine it with a few simple lifestyle habits, the results can be even faster, stronger, and longer lasting. Think of castor oil as the spark, and these other habits as the fuel that keeps the fire burning. First, hydration. Erections depend on healthy circulation, and circulation depends on blood volume. If you're not drinking enough water, your blood can actually become thicker, making it harder to flow freely through the small arteries of the penis. Aim to drink water steadily throughout the day, not just in big gulps at night. A good rule is to carry a bottle and sip often, so your body stays well hydrated and your circulation stays smooth. Second, foods that boost nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the molecule your blood vessels release when they need to open wider. It's what allows more blood to flow into the penis during arousal. Foods rich in natural nitrates, like leafy greens, spinach, arugula, and especially beets, are fantastic for this. Even a simple beet salad or a glass of beet juice a few times a week can give your erections a noticeable lift. Third, healthy fats for hormone support. Testosterone is built from cholesterol, and while too much of the wrong kind of fat is harmful, the right fats are absolutely essential. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel provide omega-3s that reduce inflammation and support hormone production. Walnuts, almonds, and olive oil are also excellent choices. These foods don't just protect your heart, They also nourish the very system that drives your performance. Fourth, pelvic floor exercises. Remember the bulbospongiosus muscle we talked about earlier, the natural clamp that traps blood in the penis? That muscle is part of your pelvic floor. By doing simple exercises, often called Kegels, you can strengthen it just like you would strengthen your biceps or your legs. The stronger that muscle is, the more effectively it holds blood in place, and the firmer your erections can be. Just a few minutes a day can make a major difference. Fifth, movement and posture. Modern life keeps many of us sitting for hours every day. The problem is, long sitting compresses the pelvic area, restricts blood flow, and weakens the very muscles you need for sexual health. Make it a habit to get up, stretch, and walk around every hour. Even light exercise, a brisk walk, some gentle stretches, can dramatically improve circulation to the pelvic region. Sixth, stress management. This may surprise you, but stress is one of the most common hidden enemies of male performance. When your body is stressed, it releases cortisol, a hormone that not only narrows blood vessels, but also suppresses testosterone. Simple relaxation techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or even spending quiet time in nature can calm the nervous system and open the door for better performance. Think of it as giving your body permission to function instead of constantly keeping it on high alert. Put all of these together: hydration, nitric oxide-rich foods, healthy fats, pelvic exercises, regular movement, and stress relief, and you create an environment where the castor oil massage doesn't have to work alone. Instead, it becomes the final push that helps your body do what it already wants to do: perform naturally, confidently, and without struggle. So, gentlemen, what we've learned today is simple but powerful. Your body is not broken. It just needs the right reminders to perform the way it was designed to. Something as small as a teaspoon of castor oil, applied to the right spot, can reawaken circulation, restore sensitivity, and bring back the kind of confidence that age may have quietly taken away. But remember, it's not just about the oil. It's about creating an environment where your body can thrive. Stay hydrated, nourish yourself with greens and healthy fats, keep those pelvic muscles strong, move your body every day, and give yourself permission to relax. When you combine those daily habits with this simple ritual, you give your body every chance to feel youthful and responsive again. And if you're ready to take this even further, I've prepared 2 more videos for you right here on the screen. Watch those next, because together with what you've learned today, they'll give you a complete toolbox for restoring your sexual health naturally. I'm Dr. Lila Romano, and it's truly my mission to help men at every stage of life feel confident, capable, and strong again. Keep taking care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.